Hi, this is Professor Matt W., and this is not a normal tooth. It's the tooth of the largest shark ever known, the Megalodon. And we're going to go over who he was and where he lived, and if you have to still be afraid of the oceans, in a second. So this is the tooth of the ancient Megalodon. And the ancient Megalodon lived about 23 million years ago, all the way up until about 3.6 million years, the Miocene and Pliocene eras. This tooth measures around 12.4 centimeters long and is about 120 grams. Their teeth are usually found in riverbeds or other areas where ancient fossilized shark teeth are usually found. Now, what's some interesting features about this specific tooth? Let me get another close-up. So most of the evidence for the ancient Megalodon that lived around 20 million years ago to 3.6 million years ago is in the form of these fossilized teeth, which are found on all the different continents except for Antarctica. Now these guys grew from up to be 50 to 60 feet long and probably were around 10 to 13 feet at birth. They're, just like their other relatives, they're oviparous, meaning that they're born inside of the female shark and born alive. The young grew up in nursery areas near the coast until they matured enough to venture into deeper waters. So, the fossil evidence indicates that the Megalodon inhabited oceans globally, primarily near warm climates and subtropical waters. They roamed from the shallow waters to deeper offshore environments. Their primary food source was most likely large mammals like whales or other fish, large fish, but primarily whales and seals and things of that nature, similar to what the great white sharks eat. Well, they eat mostly seals, but they would eat larger mammals in the water. The reasons for the Megalodon's extinction, which happened about 3.6 million years ago, is not fully understood, but it's believed that changes in the ocean temperature, the declining prey population, and changes in the environment all led to its downfall. But it is quite an astonishing specimen. It's a huge tooth, the largest tooth, okay? And as you can see, they have these kind of ring structures, and this guy's been polished and made very nice to look at. This specific fossil was found in Indonesia, and which is interesting because it was in a warm tropical climate. Now, obviously, some of the plates have changed, and different areas of the world have changed since then, the continents. But about 3.6 million years ago, the world was very similar to how it is today. So you can imagine that Megalodon would have been in the Gulf of Mexico. He would have probably been in the warmer parts of the Mediterranean, in the Pacific, near Australia. He would have been all over. South America. Like I said, they've been found everywhere. So they were almost everywhere that there was warm water. So if you ever go back in time, I would not take a dip in the ocean, any ocean that was warm, because these guys were massive beasts, quite huge. And just comparison to holding it in my hand, takes up, as you can see, takes up almost my whole palm. Okay, could use this as a dagger. Okay, so very interesting fossil specimen. Another example that we're not too far away from some of these giant animals that lived in the past. Remember, the last died off only about 3 million years ago. That's close to the beginning of the rise of what would become man. Within a couple million years, 1 or 2 million years. So this is quite interesting.